I've been fired in Germany, and this is what I learned from it. So I've been working for 5 years full-time in Germany, and I can say about myself, I've always been a reliable workforce. And so I never thought that at some point I would be in a situation where I would be fired or unemployed. What happened last year was that I got a call invite from HR together with my boss, in which it was like a very general title, like, yeah, your role in the company or something. And in this call, I got informed that I will be fired. So the thing is that in Germany, when you get fired, it's not sufficient to just being informed like that in a discussion in the end. So you really need to receive the dismissal letter in paper form. Only then it's valid. So the thing is that the reason for which I was fired was because of economical reasons. And you need to know that in Germany, there are quite strong in favor of the employee. And the reasons for which you can be fired are very narrowed down in the end. And there are only like 3 major reasons why you can be fired. So as I said, I was fired because of economical reasons. Then there's also the option to be fired because of personal reasons. So this can be, for example, if you have been sick for very long, or if you have, for example, lost your driver's license and you're a driver in your job. And the last reason is because of conduct-related reasons. So this would be really if you have, for example, if you have harassed colleagues or something really negative concerning your behavior. What you need to know also in Germany, once you have received your official dismissal letter, you have up to 3 weeks to go to court and to make a Kündigungsschutzklage. So you go to court and you say that the reasons for which you have been fired are not aligned with the legal laws in the end. And when you do this, you can either ask to be rehired in the end, to not be fired, or you can ask in the end to receive money instead. What I did is I contacted this lawyer, and the lawyer helped me in the end with the Kündigungsschutzklage. The best is if you have an insurance, so a Rechtsschutzversicherung, which I didn't have, but I said to myself, for me, I will pay for it. It's worth it, and I want to go for it. Since I had been fired, I had a notice period of another 3 months, which I had to work in the company in the end. And the other thing that you need to think about is the unemployment money. So in Germany, you get, if you have worked in the last 30 months, at least for 12 months, you have the right to receive the Arbeitslosengeld 1, the unemployment money, for 1 year, which is like, I think it's like 60% of your last netto salary. You should do it immediately. Once you have been informed, it's enough if you have been informed in a talk, for example, before having received the letter, to go to the Arbeitsagentur in the end and then to say that you're looking for work, which is called Arbeitssuchen. This is a status you can immediately get, even if then you still have a notice period and you still have to work for this company. You should still say immediately that you're Arbeitssuchend. And then the other thing is that you need to, before you will be officially unemployed, you need to say that you're arbeitslos, so that you will be really unemployed. And if you don't do that on time, then you can have issues that your unemployment money will be paid only after like 1 or 2 months, because of the Sperrzeit it's called, so because you didn't say fast enough that you will be officially unemployed. And these are things I didn't know. I mean, I had no issue in the end, but if I had known, I would have done it immediately. And what I also have to be aware of, and I think people who are unemployed in general, is you need to, when you apply for new companies, you need to have the proof, like you need to have an overview in the end for yourself, or you need to be able to understand like for which company you applied on which date. So because when you're unemployed, you have one person at the employment agency who is responsible for you, which is called the Arbeitsvermittler or Arbeitsvermittlerin if it's a woman. And so they are dedicated for your case, and it's overall their role to support you in finding a new job or to be some sort of guidance in the end. And yeah, so for example, my Arbeitsvermittlerin asked asks me from time to time, like, yeah, for how many companies have you applied, or for which company did you apply? At one point I had to send her like a list with all the companies I applied for. And I know for some people that I've heard from some people that they really want regular lists in the end. It's not my case, but you should be available in the end to prove that. And I was reading also, if you don't show enough motivation to find a new job, it can be also that your unemployment money will be shortened. So in case you have any questions, feel free to drop me a message on my Instagram channel. You find the link in the description below.